Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Avdhija, please take your seat.
Thank you, sir.
Tell us what your name means.
Sir, Avdhija is the name of goddess Lakshmi. It literally means born from the ocean. So it has been derived from the Samudra Manthan story. And I was born on the day of Diwali, so my parents named me.
So, 14 Ratnas are supposed to have come out of that Samudra Manthan.
Right, sir.
You are Ratna number what?
Sir, I do not remember the order as such. But I think others include Kalpavriksha and Kamdhenu, etc.
It so happens that I happen to remember the 14th one. Okay.
Right.
Mahakumbha is going on.
Right.
That also has something to do with Samudra Manthan.
Sir. Sir, actually it is said that 4 drops from the Amrit Kalash were dropped on 4 places in India. So 4 of them were namely Prayagraj, Nasik, and Ujjain and Haridwar.
Why is this one called Mahakumbha?
Sir, because it happened after 144 years, the one that is taking place now. And every 12 years it happens in Prayagraj, but this particular one happened after 144 years. So it is called so.
What according to you is the significance of it?
Sir, I believe the order of the planetary system this time is in such a way that it will happen after 144 years again.
Do such sort of religious congregations, do they have any meaning in a secular state?
Sir, I believe any kind of religious gathering, religious congregations, they often unite people, and they symbolizes communal harmony as well, because the organizers are from all the religions, and even the stalls and other things that take place as the non-religious activity, the secular activity behind the congregation includes all religions. And also, if it happens in a peaceful manner, then I think it is a way to unite the society and promotes communal harmony in general.
Okay, good. I'll come back to you. But right now and further, all my best wishes.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, Avdhija, since how long you are in Pune?
Sir, February I will complete in February one year.
1 year.
Sir.
Your mother is from Bihar?
Right, sir.
This is Begusarai?
Sir.
Begusarai is famous for what?
Sir, industrial. So tobacco factory. Yes.
There is fertilizer also?
Sir.
Which one?
Sir, I am unaware.
Hindustan Fertilizer Limited.
Sorry, sir, I will read about it.
And Mithila culture is also seen in Begusarai. Have you visited Begusarai?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, this history was one of the optional subject.
Sir.
Could you please just give me 3-4 reasons why this Maratha lost this Panipat 1761 battle?
Right, sir. Sir, one of the major reasons it was the lack of organized army, because it was the army system of Britishers were far more organized, and regarding the payment system also, they had this developed system of army, which Marathas did not have at that point of time, because they were dependent on the semi-autonomous chiefs. And the second reason was the lack of familiarity with the terrain from where the battle took place. So third reason was also said sometimes that leadership among the Britishers were slightly better than the Marathas. And last reason I can think of is the armory. The British armory was more powerful. I'm sorry, sir. Sir, Afghan armory. Sorry, sir.
You know, as this political science is also one of the optional subject.
Yes, sir.
Parliamentary system and presidential system. So why do we have adopted parliamentary system?
Right, sir. Sir, India was inspired from the British model, the Westminster model, and that was a parliamentary democracy. So certain level of familiarity was there. Another reason was India is a diverse country with multiple cultures, so presidential system might have led to lesser of a representative form of government, which was ensured by parliamentary system, I believe, sir.
But while drafting this constitution, we have picked up a lot of things from, say, America, from Great Britain, from other countries also, Australia. So why do we have adopted this parliamentary system?
Sir, Dr. Ambedkar believed that parliamentary system would ensure community representation and also things like reservation and other things. And since there will be dual government that can be possible in parliamentary form of government.
Okay. My last question, you must be knowing that yesterday also 13 Naxalites have been killed in encounter. Are you aware?
Yes, sir, I have read about it.
How do you see this Naxalism issue or Naxal problem?
Sir, it has significantly reduced from what it was in 1970s and 80s. However, the problem still remains in few parts of the infamous Red Corridor. And I think the key lies in the development. If they can be ensured development, and as I've seen from many states examples, it will automatically reduce, integrating them to the emerging technologies and infrastructure. So they will be attracted towards the modern day education and skilling and job sectors. Yes, sir, this is the way to bring them out of the Naxal problem.
But till 2016, the Indian government never used CRPF while fighting with this Naxalism. Why the CRPF is being used?
Sir, I am not sure, but can I take a calculative guess? Sir, I think it can be because of their familiarity with the far-flung areas, and their slight familiarity with the guerrilla tactics which Naxals are, which they adopt to. So, compared to the state police, CRPFs are better equipped and better trained in such operations, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Just continuing from where he has, some people in the political field have opinion that India is not a nation but just a union of state. As a history student, do you differ from that opinion, or you think technically what they are saying is correct?
Sir, I think that India is a state nation that a lot of political analysts believe. So certainly nation, the idea of nation that binds India is the Indianness, that everybody adhere to the idea of being an Indian first. But while I say this, I also agree that it is a state nation, because in this state there are lots of nations. For instance, different parts of India have different culture, different history, and different languages. So there are a lot of nations within this state, but above this state as well, this is Indianness that binds all of us, and the idea of being an Indian and sharing one constitution.
So that makes India a nation, or
yes,
group of nations?
Nation.
Are you saying?
No, sir. A nation first, and then small diversities within it.
Okay, you are coming from MP. It's Ahilyabai Holkar's state. So, what is the biggest contribution of Ahilyabai Holkar? What is so noteworthy about her reign that you think?
Sir, most noteworthy, I believe, would be that in the time when entire nation was battling with instability in various corners, she ensured a stable nation, a stable principality, and that too single-handedly after death of Malhar Rao Holkar. And she also led few battles, and on the religious angle, she constructed a lot of temples, rebuilt them, and unified a nation from that point of view, cultural point of view.
How did she manage to rebuild temples which were outside her state? She was not ruling everywhere.
Yes.
So how did she manage that?
Sir, I believe she must have contributed in monetary terms, whatever she could have, and maybe also in terms of labor force.
Okay, fine. Coming to the current affairs, something very extraordinary has happened this week. What is that?
Sir, in international means?
India.
In India. Sir, space docking has been successful by ISRO.
Why is it important?
Sir, because this is a precursor for India's future ambitions. Firstly, like building our own space station by 2035 and having first Indian astronaut in space by 2040. And second reason, it brings India to the elite club of only 4 nations till now who has been successful in this endeavor.
Can you name the rocket which fired the satellites? Type of rocket, not the particular name.
Sir, I cannot recall it.
No problem. Okay, final question from my side is the role of women in Indian polity, although everybody goes gaga about it, is still limited to people mainly from political background and those who have probably represented a family or some other known person. So how do you see the future of women in India in terms of politics or other fields also?
Right, sir. Sir, in politics, this has certainly been the trend for the majority of the women. But I believe in other arenas, women are coming up from other backgrounds as well, be it administration or in sports, and also in areas like science and tech. For instance, ISRO scientists have been women for quite sometimes. We have been seeing that. In politics also, I think trends needs to be changed, as Prime Minister recently in his speech said that we need 1 lakh of young politicians. So I think women will come up gradually if given support from their families and society.
What is it that you feel should be done more than what is being done now to promote the cause of women?
Sir, I think it should begin from the ground level when things like Sarpanchpati syndrome Pradhanpati syndromes, they should be eradicated so that women at ground level can be empowered, and young girls can also be given opportunity since minimum age is 21, so young girls can also enter, and gradually they can rise to the higher levels, sir, in future.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Have you heard the word apartheid?
Yes, sir.
What is it?
Sir, it depicts the discriminatory policies that used to happen with the black-skinned people in Africa, in South Africa, and other African countries also by the whites. And the theory behind this was white man's burden theory.
Recently, it was said that there is a gender apartheid. It was said by Malala.
Sir.
Have you heard of this? What is this gender apartheid?
Sir, I'm assuming Malala Yousafzai said this in terms of things taking place in Afghanistan, because women are barred from having even the basic education and exposure to the society.
In India, are we having this problem?
Sir, there are certain biases to women in certain domains in India still, but I think it's not a gender apartheid per se, in my opinion.
What are the couple of problems faced by Indian women?
Sir, in some rural societies, they still do face lack of exposure to higher education, maybe problems like early marriages, and exposure to technical fields and opportunities like studying abroad, things like that. Yes, sir. And also for married women, they are just engaged in household chores with lesser exposure after marriage. These are the few things that still persist.
In foreign policy, after 2014 and the period earlier than that, what is the difference? Is there any difference at all, or is it the continuation of the same?
Sir, I think policy structure has remained the same, but persuasion has been more proactive. For instance, look east policy became act east policy. So more aggressive persuasion have been there, and also if for instance diaspora engagement has been there, but it has become more proactive and more one-to-one, more engagements and organized conferences with them.
What about our relations with the two major blocs, like the US-led bloc, the Russian-led bloc? Is there any continuity or is there any difference? How G20 marked the watermark, the change that we are noticing now?
Right, sir. Sir, I think there has been both continuity and change in some respects. Continuity in terms of the basic policy that India has adopted, maintaining good relations with both the blocs, and change because India has become more pragmatic, keeping India first. And there have been instances like USA sanctioning many nations like China and Turkey for S-400 missile, but did not sanction India. So more pragmatic and India-centered approach has been followed, I believe. And G20 has been a watershed moment because India has emerged as a leader of Global South after G20, and its presence apart beyond these two major blocs has also enhanced in the Global South, including African nations. Enhancing India's stature at the global level.
You are posted in a district, and there is a acute problem of communal clashes.
Sir.
Maybe between some castes, between some religions. What measures you think are necessary? How do you resolve? It may be Manipur, it may be district like Beed in Maharashtra, it may be Delhi, any other place. Suppose you are posted and given the charge. Okay, you resolve this issue here. What will you do?
Sir, sir, I will take two major steps. First would be in the unrest-prone regions, I will ensure that forces are deployed adequately so that things can be managed and do not turn violent. Second would be engagement. Groups would certainly want to represent them in front of the collector or the magistrate. So I would ensure that whenever they approach the authorities, fewer number of people does that, and people from all the groups have representative in that. So when they will interact with the authorities, they will interact with each other also. And if they engage, so engagement, in my opinion, gradually reduces the aggressiveness among the communities. And on their level, they can ensure their communities remain pacified unless some outcome can be brought.
Do you think there is any role for women in reducing the communal clashes? Have you thought about it?
Sir,
you can imagine. Suppose there is a great riot which has taken place, and you being the woman officer, you think that the women can play a very positive role in reducing the tensions. So would they have any role in it?
Sir, specifically different from the role of men, I think women can be good in communication skills, and they can engage with all the communities in a very polite yet firm manner. So that might be appealing for communities to come on the discussion tables, and then gradually the dialogue can take place between communities.
So number of welfare measures are being initiated now. Number of steps, number of schemes are being announced. What is the meaning of 100% saturation? Have you heard this word? 100% saturation?
Yes, sir, I cannot recall, but I might have heard.
What does it mean?
Sir, I'm assuming it would mean that the benefits that the scheme was supposed to deliver has already reached the saturation point and has delivered to the people that it was supposed to. And the sum allocated for this has been utilized.
Will that reduce the communal tensions?
Sir, if welfare takes place? Yes, sir, certainly. If
the Prime Minister keeps on mentioning that that is the true secularism. 100% saturation is the real secularism. Have you heard him saying this?
Sir, I cannot recall.
Okay. Do you think it is really going to have a secular impact?
Sir, in terms of scheme implementation, welfare development, I think it can have an impact, because if the communities will be satisfied with the basic needs, then they can, then the violent instances will be lessened down, because they will be satisfied in their day-to-day lives, and the feeling of missing out will not be there compared to the other communities. However, beyond this, certain amount of consciousness also needs to be possessed by every individual, that communal tensions should be reduced from ideological point of view as well.
Okay, last point, last question. What do you think, why there is a terrorism in India? Why these incidents are taking place everywhere?
Yes, sir. So terrorism has become more of a challenge ever since it became the cross-border proxy wars, because organized terrorism India was to a great extent able to curb, but proxy wars have been very difficult, and more so because it has taken the shape of newer technologies like drones, and this has been used for money laundering and drug delivery as well. So this is one, and second, they finance these through these things, they finance the overground workers also, and radicalize the youth in our Jammu and Kashmir region. Okay. So that is why it's taken. Thank you, sir.
So how are you?
I'm good, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. You have been to various places throughout your life.
Ma'am.
Born in Jabalpur, then Rajasthan, then Kolkata, and now in Pune.
Ma'am.
So, which of these places do you actually relate to?
Ma'am, all these places have been great, but I personally liked Rajasthan a lot.
And why?
My experience there has been good, and a certain level of familiarity was in Madhya Pradesh. Actually, I got a chance to stay quite less. So Rajasthan I stayed for some time, and West Bengal was also good. Cultural difference was huge in Kolkata, but it was also good, a lot to learn from there as well.
So if I ask you, you like also visiting historical places. One historical place in Rajasthan. If I have to go, which one should I go?
Ma'am, City Palace, Udaipur.
And why?
Ma'am, firstly, my school was located inside the palace, so I used to visit there quite often.
Okay.
And my exposure was there, and I knew a lot of things, and the history of Mewar was also very good to know, something that I had no idea before that. Yes, ma'am.
You have put IFS at 5. Why?
Ma'am, my calling had always been to work in India at the ground level, and also the reasons related to the nature of job that IAS and IPS provides, and also I am little aware about Indian Revenue Services, but still that was more appealing to me than other services.
As a woman officer, what problems do you see you will be facing? Just because you are a woman officer, what problems are you going to face once you join service?
Ma'am, first might be regarding the gender bias that the officials subordinate to me might have, obeying to a women officer, first. And second might be at the level of people also. Sometimes if I have to work in rural areas, people might not be very open about listening to a women officer, and I might face some challenges in convincing them for a lot of things.
Are you sure there is gender bias?
Ma'am, it might be there in some parts of India.
In case you face it in both the problems that you mentioned, what will be your solution?
Ma'am, my solution, I think, should speak through the persistent efforts, my approach towards development of the city, and also my building up of team and proper delegation of work, so they can also feel empowered, and they might also have something to contribute under me. So I think that is on the front of the official level, and on the level of masses also, subjects also. I think it's by convincing them gradually the importance of the policy, and I will also try to convince them to change their biases regarding women at their homes and their daughters, their wives. So gradually it will improve regarding the women officers as well.
You are a student of history. If I ask you, what are the lessons to be learned from history, specifically to Bharat? What are the lessons to be learned?
Ma'am, first lesson is if you do not adapt with time, you perish. And India faced this in the medieval era when it faced lot of invasions that continued way till modern era. And second lesson would be, I think, documentation and cultural development is very important part of history, because people come and people go, but these documentations and cultural remains are the legacy of history that continue for generations.
You also do creative writing on self-improvement. So overall, if you want to analyze today's interview and write something on it, what points would you write?
Ma'am, I would open my essay or prose by the lines that I was very intimidated at the beginning when my interview was about to begin, and this was my first offline interview, and I will write all the points regarding my feelings of intimidation at the beginning. Gradually, I will bring down to how when you start speaking and expressing, it just becomes all right, and any conversation can be carried on with a little bit of confidence and knowledge.
About self-improvement?
Ma'am, the same thing, that anybody who wants to conquer intimidation should be at ease from within, and should feel that you're just you just have to be you, and you just have to be something that you are always in day-to-day life, and that way you can conquer your intimidation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tell us, what is Gandhiji's philosophy on local self-government?
Sir, I think the essence behind Gandhiji's philosophy of local self-government and why he chose to propose this was he had seen masses being suffered during the Indian national movement, and that was at the grassroots level only. So he believed that after independence, even if India, although he was not in favor of a strong central government, but even if that happens, then masses should be self-sufficient with regard to industry as well as governance, and so that even if they do not receive, say, funds or proper governance from the upper levels, they can be self-sufficient and can be and they do not face any challenges at their level. They can be uplifted from poverty through local self-government.
Gandhiji was not in favor of strong central government?
Yes, sir. He somehow believed that stateless society should gradually be achieved.
Are the two things same?
Sir, he do believe that strong government, usually strong central governments overlook the welfare of the masses. So if that can be cured, and strong central government can delegate the powers and funds to and autonomy to the local levels, then according to him it was fine.
What are the things to remember in blood donation?
Sir, primary things should be on the part of the person donating blood. He should not have been diagnosed with some major disease, and in case of women, there needs to be few things like they should not be pregnant or menstruating. Apart from that, from the side of the donor, from the side of the person extracting blood, they should be well trained in that, and the equipment should be clean and hygienic. Then when the blood units are there, they should be properly sanitized, and the liquid which keeps the blood at the room temperature should be present already in the blood bags. The room temperature should not be less than 20 degrees Celsius after blood has been donated, and within 3 days they should be delivered to the hospital.
Some people are disallowed from giving blood.
Yes.
Who are they and why?
Sir, people suffering from diseases like HIV, AIDS, and other blood infections, or ones who have taken aspirin for blood thinning in past few days, they are debarred. Also, person with tattoos, they are debarred for 1 year.
One more very critical condition you are missing.
Sir, is it sickle cell anemia?
Are you asking the question or giving the answer?
No, sir. I'm not sure which one am I missing. Sorry,
What about jaundice?
Yes, sir. Jaundice. that might be there.
No, you're still not telling me that you remember. If someone had jaundice, that person cannot give blood.
All right, sir.
You are reacting like you are hearing it for the first time.
Sir, I know that there are a lot of diseases like cholera, typhoid, for which if you are diagnosed, you cannot donate for 6 months. But I wasn't sure that jaundice patients can never.
Okay, Avdhija. Thank you. All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, please, come in. These days, sit down, please. I am starting by asking you to really do the self-analysis. Tell us how you think you perform.
Sir, I think I need to brush up my optional knowledge more because of the mistake that I made at the initial question. And sir, I think also current affairs can be brushed up because of that missile question, that space docking question. Sir, I can be more crisp with my points.
Good?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, Avdhija, first of all, none of these are very critical. We are convinced you are all set for 21st. Everything positive.
Thank you, sir.
Two dominant parts are always the what I call as interview technique. You are as perfect as can be.
Thank you.
The other part is content. Today, you are coming across as reasonably well, and that gaffe also is not because of lack of knowledge. It is a gaffe. Panipat,
Yes, sir.
thinking we fought it with the British,
Sorry, sir.
until it dawned upon you, no, they were Afghans.
Sorry, sir.
But it's not lack of knowledge, mind you. It is sort of, you can say, momentary lapse in concentration.
Right, sir.
You can say, maybe either you did not hear him properly, or maybe the brain released memories of 1757 rather than 1761. So it's about concentration. It's not about knowledge. We don't think you're lacking in knowledge. While for coming 2-3 days, why only 2-3 days actually? As I always like to say, that knowledge is a permanent thing. Pursuit of knowledge never ends. It doesn't end with us also. So from 21st point of view, for coming 3 days, that has to go on. There what I suggest is complete focus on being updated in current.
Right, sir.
Again, not because there is something lacking today, but because interview is on 21st.
Yes, sir.
I presume, are you flying today, tomorrow,
To Delhi, sir?
to Delhi?
Sir, in the first week of February, I'm planning.
Is it 21st of January?
No,
or
sir. 21st of March.
March.
Yes, sir.
Good time.
Quite a long time. So that itself is a challenge to ensure that you stay updated until then.
Sir.
I don't have to separately tell you that you are most welcome to stay in touch all the time with any one of us or with me wherever you want, or like 21st of March. So before you proceed, you sort of either want to brush up your notes.
Yes.
Before you proceed to the interview, you want to be sure, am I like all set now?
Yes.
Okay, so ample time, fortunately.
Sir.
Then couple of small things. This one about Panipat you have already picked up.
Yes, sir.
Then current I have already told you.
Yes.
As of 21st of March, the Kumbha will be over. Last Mahasnan in Kumbha is 26th of February.
Okay, sir. All right.
So the likelihood is in your interview Kumbha is less likely to figure,
Yes, sir.
although the event itself is so historic
Right.
and lot of things to happen. So you may ensure that you keep yourself updated there.
Yes, sir.
Then I saw you sit there all the time with this. So, were you comfortable sitting like this? Is that the natural way of speaking?
Sir, it did come naturally, I think. But if it did not look good, I can.
No question of looking or not looking good. The question is for you to be natural,
Yes, sir.
so that you are comfortable. That is what will bring the best out. If you artificially force yourself to sit like this, then it looks artificial. Plus remember that part of your brain is all the time engaged in ensuring that you sit like this.
Right, sir.
That stops the brain from coming out with your best. And on the simpler side, actually normally when we speak there is some little gesticulating.
Yes, sir.
So all I am going to say is apply your mind to this issue.
Sure, sir. Sure.
And the key is being natural.
Yes, sir.
Then when you see the video, I draw your attention to that part. You are saying, I believe, a bit too much, a bit.
All right, sir.
Sometimes even if the question is objective, that you have traveled to different places or had your school and then Calcutta, and which place did you like most? I believe I liked Rajasthan. So, why pre-qualified by saying I believe? I like Rajasthan most.
Yes.
And so on and so forth. I believe can come in when you are asked to respond to some issue on which there are two or more than two sort of views. And you are asked to pick up one of them. What do you think? Then I believe.
Yes,
But not as a rhythmic practice, it should not come up.
Yes, sir.
There were 2 or 3 times you asked a counter question to the panel. Our suggestion is never pose a counter question.
All right.
The answer is very simple. Just turn it into a statement. So instead of saying, are you asking about international? Just say, sir, I presume you are asking about international, and go on. But never counter question to the panel.
Right. Right. Okay. Sure.
Putting a answering question with a question
Yes.
is Puneri. But advisable and avoidable in UPSC interview.
Sure, sir.
Then on that question about women in politics, and he was asking you that many of them have political background or actually, and I'm not saying that question per se. My point is substantiate. That is, share examples that will sharpen your answer.
Right,
So
sir. Right.
again, listen to that answer to his question. You said all kinds of right words. If only you said, say Sushma Swaraj, Mayawati, Jayalalitha, okay? Sumitra Tai, if you remember. Although you are from Jabalpur, but Sumitra Tai is from Indur. You are wearing face like you are hearing her name for the first time again.
No, sir. Sumitra Mahajan.
Huh?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So
right.
did they have family background, or did was their father Prime Minister, so she had a head start in politics? You could have shared that example.
Yes. Absolutely.
And what I am saying is, it's not about that question per se, it's about substantiating our response. You come up with examples, it will suddenly make your point sharper.
Absolutely. Right.
Then I don't know, somehow in the latter part of the interview, your voice got lowered. Never do that. The energy in the voice, energy expressing happiness,
Yes, sir.
ensure that it's there for entire interview. So not like somewhere halfway through. Then of course, as we have tried our level best to bring into focus, how long are you in Pune?
Sir, 1 year almost.
1 year. And is it a job?
No, sir. My father retired from here.
And he decided to settle
Stay.
in Pune. Great.
Yes, sir.
So Chandan, Kharadi, huh?
Kharadi, sir.
Huh? Okay, very good. So possible questions on Pune and some on Maharashtra.
Yes, sir.
Then possible questions on MP because you are stating that as your home state.
Yes, sir.
Then of course India and the world, all current,
Yes, sir.
in all walks of life. So much is bound to happen by 21st of March. So ensure that you keep yourself updated. Trump being sworn in, its deep impact on global issues,
Yes.
whatever, Israel, Hamas, now the deal,
Yes.
Russia, Ukraine, whatever, India, USA, China, everything. all a part of history also,
Yes.
and irrespective of history, all a part of UPSC preparation. So this one. Also, if you name Rajasthan as the place you like most, then possibly some more questions on Rajasthan. And irrespective of that, some questions on Mewar,
Yes.
the history of Rajputs, again connecting it with history.
Yes.
Udaipur itself has a great historical legacy,
Right, sir.
including everyone from Maharana Pratap and everyone. But
Right.
brush it up, that will be expected of a history UPSC aspirant.
Yes, sir.
In fact, this Dungargarh was in the news recently.
Yes.
To attract more than 1100 crores as investment because of various initiatives there.
Yes, sir. Dungar.
Be aware about that.
Yes, sir. I will read about it.
You started with a smile, but then appeared that you became tense. I don't know whether it was because of the questions that may be coming or something, but keep your smile continuously so that it sends a signal that you are relaxed and you are at a comfortable level.
Sure, sir.
If you feel tense, then the questioner may feel more difficult to about the various questions, etc.
Sure, sir. Right.
Keep that
I'll
smile on
keep
your face.
that in mind.
Also,
Actually-
be more aware about the welfare schemes and the speeches by the Prime Minister. A lot of these interview questions will come from
Yes,
there.
sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Whether it is his speeches in the Man Ki Baat, whether it is the speeches on various affairs.
Yes, sir.
So be thorough. Don't miss that.
Right.
Whatever speeches he keeps on making, either you read through the press or through the TV or through the radio, whatever you can, be aware about those speeches.
Right.
They contain a lot of inputs which will substantiate your answers also.
Yes.
Actually, in response to one of your answers to Madam's question, what will you write in your diary?
Yes, sir.
One phrase you used was, I will write about how to face intimidation.
Sir, I might have framed that incorrectly.
It almost means that you thought the panel was intimidating you.
No, sir. No, sir. Initially, I said I wanted to say that
She felt like that
I
initially.
felt before the interview I was intimidated that how it is going to be, but as I started discussing, it went all right.
Right.
Yes.
Then Gandhiji and local self, remember.
Yes, sir.
Also blood donation, remember.
Yes, sir.
And what I think is the last point I reserved as the most important. Your response to the question, is India a nation?
Yes, sir.
Remember, it may cost you your entire interview.
All right, sir.
That question is so important. And actually your answer, at least in words, did not show conviction that India is one nation. In fact, 2-3 times you kept saying there are many nations in India. So you are either talking the language of Naxalites,
No, sir.
or this is what probably M.K. Stalin says, or Pinarayi Vijayan says. We don't know whether Mamata Banerjee says so or what. But if there is a shade of a doubt about your commitment to India being a nation, one nation, and you keep saying 2-3 times there are many nations within India.
Right, sir. That, yes, sir. That should not go as the.
You may get a Congress ticket for Delhi.
Sorry, sir. I did not want to. I was actually quoting that from political science book only, but I think that was a biased statement. And as you said,
To say the
why-
least biased. But
Yes,
that is also
absolutely.
It is not only political science, it is mainly the Western thinkers. See,
Yes.
This is a philosophy introduced by the Western thinkers that India is not one nation.
Right, sir. So
have
that
this-
is a great.
have this distinction. No Indian philosopher has said this at any time. We have been always saying that Jambu Dvipe and all that right from the beginning,
Yes.
it is all one nation only,
Yes, sir.
from
Great.
top to bottom. In fact, we say that not only the present India, but it stands right from Afghanistan to Myanmar,
Myanmar, Greater India. Yes.
isn't it? So, keep yourself away from this thinking of the Western perspective.
A mention of civilization would have helped. We are a civilizational country. We are one civilization. And since we had just talked about Ahilyabai Holkar, she not being the ruler in other cases, you said she only used money. It's not that. It's her affinity and recognition that these are also our things. So a queen of a very small state is trying to do something somewhere else because that's also Indian. No? So that astha remained.
Yes, sir. Right, sir.
Right, Avdhija?
Yes. Sir, that was a grave
Yeah.
mistake.
Finally, to the best of my judgment, as the interview goes now, it will be around 171. Let me tell you the meaning of 171. By UPSC norms, good interview begins at 160. So you are already way above it. And in UPSC terms, anything above 170 is considered a good score. So even today, you are at a good score. But the whole purpose of mock is not to have 171.
Yes.
By 21st of March, go beyond like 200.
I will try my best.
Right? And like sir has told you, actually remember to smile and 51% of things will take care of themselves.
Sure.
Everything else remaining is 49%.
Sure, sir.
Right?
What newspapers you read?
Sir, Indian Express and Times of India.
Have a wider circle. Have a wide spectrum.
Yes, sir. I read the entirety, like these two papers in entirety.
Entire paper, at least the editorials or the...
Yes, sir. Editorials and all the Pune news, Maharashtra news also.
It is other newspapers also. So that will give you a good coverage.
Sir, economic newspaper I should I go for one economic?
There are so many papers now.
Yes, sir. Sir, I tried reading Economic Times, but I found it too loaded.
Yeah, it is.
Apart from these two newspapers.
Difficult to read, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Lots of abbreviations.
Yes, sir.
Indian Express is good, Hindu is also good.
Yes, sir. I used to read Hindu earlier, but after during interview I changed to Indian Express because more local news, etc. were there.
These are notes for you. Like I said, keep in touch.
Sure, sir.
And you are most welcome anytime you want to drop in.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Thank
all
you
the
so much.
best.
Thank you. Thank
Okay,
you.
all
Thank
the
you.
best.